Is that working? I think we're live. Hi. I feel like it's been a really long time since I did a live broadcast on my channel, and that's probably because it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit of time, and so I had to reacquaint myself with how all of this works, and um, I think I did it right. But there's no telling. I reserve the right to make mistakes, to correct myself, to change my mind. These are very important things to be able to do. Because the truth is that I learn really well by making mistakes. And I learn what doesn't work, and then I can try something else, right? It's nice to see you too, Ali. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a minute. I don't even know. I think it's been at least a month, maybe a little bit longer since I did my live, and a lot's gone on. Hi Clay. Hi Jay Aaron. Dave. How are you all doing? Happy Saturday to you, I hope. And it's a great one. I'm happy to hear that. So, you're getting really tan, Bruce. That's great. I really haven't had a whole lot of leisure time in the last month. Things have been super hectic. And I think that's true for a lot of people. It's life is different now than it was before. And so trying to figure it all out has been a thing. And I wonder how everybody, hi Rex, nice to see you. You did an hour and a half walk this morning. That's great. I did my delt workout this morning. So right on, fist bump. Thank you so much, Troy. Thanks for joining me, all of you. So I am doing repair work. The hammers just stopped a short while ago, but they're gonna start again. And I've got to reset my gym workout area up, and I'm in the process of doing that. And so my workouts, full disclosure, I didn't train for 2 weeks, and now I'm back to training again in the home gym, and things are a little chaotic. I've got stuff all over the place, but I'm managing to get it done. Although, not the way I wish I could get my workout done. Nevertheless, I'm getting it done. So I hope you're all finding time to do your workout, take care of yourself, stay healthy first and foremost. And if you can do an extra couple sets, reps, do them for me, please, because I could always use the help and the motivation too. Thank you so much. So, so how's everybody doing? My area is seeing a lot more COVID cases rise, which is unfortunate. But we're masking up, and we're doing the whole social distance thing. And hi, Jose. And I'm hoping that together we will eradicate the whole COVID thing. I know this thing is changing. So, hi Ruben, hi Taryn. I'm doing all right. Things are a little bit chaotic around me, with travel, and then I'm setting things up, and but always counting blessings and super grateful. Super grateful to be healthy, and that's that. So, the government can't cure the common cold. That's true, and the common cold is not as lethal as COVID has proven to be. So, there's that. Oh, thank you for my lights. My M for Miss. Can you see? Okay, we gotta put that in here. And my F for fit, because that's me. I need to put that up somewhere. I'm here. Wait, there you go. Wait, Misfit for life. The government doesn't know how to handle this crazy situation. Well, it's tricky, isn't it? I think that early on it felt sort of unreal. I think it takes time to digest new, unusual, epic events. And there are a lot of questions, and that makes a lot of sense to me, that there would be a lot of questions. I certainly had a lot of questions, and but science is important. We learn as we go, and my position on it is follow the science. Obviously, that's changing. Things change. I feel like we want instant gratification. We want instant answers. They have to be right. I'm a little more forgiving than that. I don't need instant gratification. I don't need one answer, that's the only answer, that's the right answer. Science, things change. We learn. Things evolve. And so I tend to be a little more flexible, which is important, I think. So the information is coming out, and more information is better. It can be a little mind-numbing, it can be confusing, but I believe in science. So I'm listening to what's coming out in that regard. That's just my take. Trust nothing, doubt everything. There was a president who said, trust and verify. Am I getting that right? I could be getting that wrong. Trust but verify. And I think that's important, I think being a little bit skeptical is good, because we need to dig deeper. And I think that just because you get one answer this way doesn't mean that's the whole answer. So, you got to keep digging. That was Reagan. I thought it was Reagan who said that. So trust but verify, right? So you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but you do need to verify. You do need to verify. There's nothing wrong with verifying. Verification is good. Verification is good. So I'm not going to the gym. I'm doing my home gym workout, and making the best out of that. And I'm allowing the situation to teach me. I'm trying to learn what are the takeaways from a situation like this sort of a change in the world. What is the significance of these kind of life-altering experiences? What is it here to teach us? Anybody have any takeaways that you want to share with me in that regard? Because I'm open. Hi, Trotter. Hi, Troy. Nahum, I hope I'm saying your names right. Lightning, nice to see you. Thank you, Christopher, Aaron. Yeah, do you like my t-shirt? This is a gift from one of my girlfriends who also likes to lift. Hey, George. Thank you for saying hello. I've thought a lot about you. I'm sort of spending some time in nature and just sort of thinking about a lot of stuff, really. Thinking about a lot of stuff. here's something that I've been thinking a lot about, especially in this last week. Uh, we lost a really good friend this week. I just did a video post. We did a video post on Dale yesterday. We knew him as superhero. He was one of the real life superheroes that I got to meet when I went on my adventure, The Adventures of Misfit, my documentary, and I went around the country and I met costumed activists who are going out to the world and trying to make the world a little bit of a better place. Well, we lost him this week, and that was unexpected, really heavy, and really sad, and super young. And I learned more about him this week than I had already learned in spending time with him. Thank you for your kind messages. I already knew that Dale was this incredibly generous person who loved helping people. He just did. He would dress up in his superhero gimmick, is what he called it. He was an ex-wrestler, and he loved to work out. He would dress up and he would go out into his neighborhood, make people smile, make people laugh, ask them if they needed help with anything. He was the kind of person who, if your car broke down on the road, if you had a flat tire, he would pull over and he'd walk over to you and he'd ask you if you needed help, and he would immediately start helping you. And there are a lot of people that are like that. But he was like extra generous in that regard. If you needed a couple dollars, he bought you a meal. And he did this over and over and over again. And I witnessed it when I was with him. We were doing a project called Hope, where we were working with homeless people who were in need of, a little bit of help. But the stories I heard about him this week taught me that he did this this is like an everyday occurrence for him. It wasn't once a year or twice a year or anything like that. And it made me feel really sad that I didn't tell him how much I appreciated that about him. It made me feel really sad. And so I'm thinking more about, okay, what do I need to say to all of you for just being my friends, your support, your encouragement, your enthusiasm when I try to get on a live feed and show you a couple workout tips. That matters. It matters. And so your feedback really matters. And so I want to thank you for that. But I've been thinking a lot about that, about how many people I appreciate, that I'm thankful for. Some of you I've never met in person, many of you, and others I have. And I feel like there's a missed opportunity, and I know you're probably thinking she's getting really corny and all that, but so let it be corny. Let this be corny. Thank you, Dean. But that's what I've been thinking about, so I'm making phone calls. Never forget what you did for me, thank you, kind of stuff. That's where my head is at this week. And it's been in that place for a couple of weeks now, and I think it's a good thing for me. You did your workout. That's awesome, George. See, these are the things that make me happy. So, anyway, that's what's been going on in my neck of the woods. And George, am I going to the O weekend? So the Olympia has been rescheduled for December. You may or may not have seen that. And I think I'm just sort of in a wait and see place. It's July, almost August, and things are heating up, in my state with the COVID infections, and so travel is a little tricky. So I'm just going to wait and see. I want to wait and see, and I want to be as optimistic as I possibly can, and at the same time do my part. Thank you so much for being a fan. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Troy. You rock too. You all do. So, Are any of you going to the Olympia? Is anybody here, you know, a bodybuilding fan who's thinking about going to Las Vegas in December? I hope that event takes place, because the Miss Olympia women's bodybuilding category is going to be back for the first time in a lot of years. And that's really exciting. And I'd really like to be there to see that and be a part of that. Yeah, me too. Rex, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that very, very generous gift, Rex. I really appreciate it. Hey, Ruben! So, I am gonna, if you're interested, I'm gonna share with you the chaos. Hi, Pascal! Pascal is an amazing artist, by the way, you guys. Thank you, Rex. Thank you. I appreciate you too. I really appreciate that. I will share with you the chaos that is my garage now. I've been working out right next to my washing machine and my dryer, because that's the space I have right this moment. I am in need of repairs, and I'm getting those done. And it's messy, but I'm not letting it stop me from getting my workout in, because my body needs it, my mind needs it. So somebody wants to know why my triceps are so big. Because I know how to train them? Is that a good answer? So I mean, the tricep is a pretty good sized muscle group. The bicep tends to be much smaller because it's a smaller muscle group. The tricep has 3 heads. And when I train, I'm very careful to make sure that I hit all 3 heads of the tricep. And so I have a fairly well-developed tricep. So yeah, my triceps are pretty big. Yeah. And what's a good workout for that muscles? So I think let me answer that question this way. I train arms once a week. I train arms once a week, and I train them at the end of my week. So today I did shoulders. Tomorrow, which is Sunday, I'll do my tricep workout, and I'll also do my bicep workout. I start with my triceps because it's a bigger muscle group. And I will fatigue my triceps first, and then I'll go to biceps, which is smaller. So once a week for size, for strength and size. Sunday's your day of rest. That's good. I skipped a day this week, so it's not my day of rest. Tomorrow I will work, specifically on my biceps and triceps. No shaky arms for me. No. Nope. Nope, they're pretty good. Okay, so here's another question related to training, which I love. How many proteins do I take per day? So the rule of thumb that I've always followed is at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, right? To maintain lean muscle mass. That is 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight to grow more muscle. Okay, that's pretty much the rule of thumb I always followed. So right in there, 1.5 grams. Some people will tell you that's not necessary. Some people will tell you that's not true. That's what I've done my entire career, and it's worked for me. I hope that's helpful. Rip my t-shirt. No, I like my t-shirt. This is my little She-Hulk. Do you even lift? So I can't rip this one because I like it too much. You'll have to send me a t-shirt. I like it too. Isn't it? Come on, is this awesome or what? Do you even lift? Uh, so yeah, so today I did some shoulders, but you know, there's construction going on all around me and it's a little bit chaotic. And tomorrow I'm gonna do arms. Here, look. I took a couple weeks off and it was good for my body, good for my mind, but then I gotta go back to work. And I know that some of you are doing some training, helping people. I know Ruben is a boxer, I think mixed martial artist, who is also doing some YouTube channel training and helping, which is fantastic. There's nothing better than watching somebody else work out, move. What kind of shirt do I want you to send me? Fun shirts. So my new thing is I want fun shirts. I want shirts, I want t-shirts that make me smile, you know? I want t-shirts that make me smile. So I really like this t-shirt because it, you know, it makes me smile and it promotes what I believe in, which is strength training for everybody. Start now. Okay, let me see what, wait. Advice for shoulder injuries. Advice for shoulder injuries, get it looked at. My advice for injuries is rest and get it looked at. That's the best advice I could give you because I'm not a doctor and I would hate to give you advice that would make your situation worse. And I don't want to do that at all. And as a good friend said to me, when something's broken, fix it or replace it. And it's such great advice. And to answer your question related about my foot, and thank you for asking, the foot is coming out here. Look, wait. Do you want to see my scar? Here, let me show you my scar. I have a scar on my foot. There's my scar. It's better. It's much better. It's never gonna be 100%. I have problems with lunges and things like that, but I'm better. And I have a scar, and I'm told it builds character. So thank you for asking. I appreciate that. 17,599 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm one away from 17,600. Thank you for subscribing. If you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like my videos, smash the thumbs up like button the way She-Hulk would, please. And leave comments. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. So the workout stuff, the workout stuff is what I really am focused on sharing because it's life-changing in the best way possible. No matter what's going on, movement is so important. Doctors will tell you that, you know, your mom will tell you that, science tells you that. As we age, movement is equally as important as it was when we were younger and it was easier. So that's really what my focus on my channel is to promote fitness and workout and training and hopefully add a little bit of motivation and answer some questions. So I'm looking forward to going back into the garage setup that I'm working on to do some more workouts and maybe even dance a little. So yes, I dance. I love to dance. I love music. That's my goal. Things are a little chaotic in my garage now. I'm going to do a little video to show you just how chaotic they are because you might not believe me, but they are. Yeah. What? Huh? Oh, the hammer? The hammers. I've got people working on repairs. And so you might hear some of the the crazy hammering that's going on. But in the middle of the benches and in the middle of the weights, I'm still getting my workout done. The lightweight plastic bench. Is that God knocking? You never know. You never know. So you really should check, because you never know who's knocking. I was, oh, the bench. The lightweight bench is an escape that I got from Amazon. And I'll put a link to that in this video. I've linked it on a couple of my other workout videos so that you can go right to it. You can check it out. It's available on Amazon. The last time I posted it, I will post a link to that bench again. That's the one that goes incline and it goes and it flat. It's a good bench. It's a good bench. I'm like, you know, I'm hobbling together my workout. Morgan Freeman's in my attic telling me to shut up and go to sleep. So somebody's talking about the She-Hulk movie. Isn't there supposed to be a new show? There's supposed to be a new series with She-Hulk coming like next year or something. And I hope that that's still on track to happen, because a lot of production is shut down. So I'm hoping, because that's a series I want to see, is She-Hulk. I want to, you know, Ruffalo is doing Hulk, does an awesome job, love it. But I want to see She-Hulk. Disney, that's right, Disney's doing that. So fingers crossed they're still going to do that. Rex, thank you. You are overly generous. Thank you very, very much. Form and footwork. I have yet to be able to get to a bowling alley because of what's happening in my area. But, oh my God, how it would be nice to spend time with friends and family bowling. Thank you so much for that, Rex. Thank you. She-Hulk, right, so that's a series. I need to build my own bowling alley? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I might be mixing up what you're saying because I can't keep track. Yeah. So the workouts. I can practice on the Wii. That's a good idea. That's a great idea. That's a great idea, Rex. Hi, Vindicator. It's nice to see you too. So how are you all doing? How are you all doing? I think about that. You know, I talk to people from different parts of the world, different parts of the country and different parts of the world, and we're all sitting in the same boat. We're all sitting in the same boat, and so I hope you're all doing well. Yes? And if not, you could say no. Feeling the end game is still coming. Yeah, I guess. So see, what's encouraging to me is that people are masking up and doing more social distancing in my area, and that's good. Because right now we know that helps. We know that the social distancing and the masking helps lower the infection rate until we get some sort of, I don't know, vaccine, normalized practice for, what am I looking for? What am I trying to say? Way to treatment? Okay, I'm not, let me see. I'm not masking up and I'm not social, I refuse to. You refuse tyranny. Wow. Okay, well, be careful. Here's what I have to say to you if you're not masking up and you're not social distancing. Be careful, and I hope you stay safe. I super duper duper do. I just hope you stay safe, and I do. And, yeah, and like, you know, air hike and that kind of thing. So, it's back and forth. It is. It's complicated. It's, you know, and we all get to lead by our own example. That's it. We all lead by example. Sometimes it's good example, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's somewhere in between. Fantasy Pose Down, Selma Labat, Rachel McClish, Laura Craval. Wow, George, you're going through like a 20-year history, 25-year history of women athletes, incredible women athletes. I can always tell a longtime fan of women's bodybuilding. We have basically grown up together, I think, because we know these athletes, and that's pretty awesome. I love that. One of the things that I'm doing by tearing apart my garage and trying to get it reset up is I've got trophies and I've got old pictures. I'm going to have to pull all that stuff out. I'm dusting it all off, and right now it's in the way. But I'm looking at, you know, I found boxes with these old pictures, and I'm looking at my trophies and try to reset those. But I'm going down memory lane, and I just cannot help but do that. And it's trippy, to say the least, to think about the whole trajectory. I'll have to share that with you all. Jackie Paisley, yes. I remember looking at, I never met Rutkowski, I never met Paisley. They were a little bit before my time, but I remember looking at them in the magazines, and you know, these are the women that I looked at and thought, oh my God, her legs are amazing. Oh my God, look at her arms. These are the women that I looked at that inspired me to like get into the gym and do an extra hard workout. Yeah, so, but it's cool. It's really cool to take a step back, to look back at where you've come from, where you are, to appreciate the people that you met along the way, the people that inspired you, that, you know, a lot of times you don't even, there are people that have inspired you that don't even know it, you know. Hi, Eli. Tanya Knight, yeah. Well, Auckland I worked out. I competed with. Tanya Knight was another one of those athletes that I saw in the magazines, and I wanted to be just like her from an athletic standpoint. My body weight right now, I'm right around 127, 128. I'm in the high 20s. I'm pretty light. Judy Miller. Wow. Yeah. Just going way, way back. And to look now, for anybody who has followed women's bodybuilding or, you know, women's sports athletics, what has happened over the course of the last 2 decades with women getting involved in weightlifting, strength training, whether it's through CrossFit or fitness competitions, it's amazing. Was gold on American Gladiators, that's right, Tanya Knight. It's amazing to see how many women are lifting strength training now compared to 10, 15, 20 years ago. The consistent comment that I got from people, women, was I don't want to look too bulky. I don't want to look too bulky. I don't want my fat to turn into muscle and look too bulky, or I get too bulky. And it's just that they just didn't understand body composition. So there's a lot more information out there now, and it's so much more popular and so much more empowering. And there's so many more women of all ages, young and women my age, doing it, and it's awesome. Awesome. And if you're a fan, I know you agree with me because there's more of us. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. So I just love going down memory lane. I will do a broadcast with some of the old pictures and go down memory lane on women's bodybuilding, my memory lane. And for the fans like me, I will share some of the magazines. All that stuff's gone now, but the interest is bigger than ever. Yeah, so I'm gonna, like, I have all this stuff. I just keep moving those boxes around. So I have to pull that stuff out and share it with some of you fans, some of you hardcore fans like me. Hasn't the image of the perfect body become too big? Pascal is asking that question. The image, I don't know what you mean by whose image of the perfect body. I think that the image of the perfect body is really a very personal thing. So some people like a really big body, and there's always been fans who love a bigger body, and then some don't. They like more of like a middle-sized body, and there's always been that group of fans. And then there are fans who like a more slender swimmer type body, and there's always been those fans. So I think that everybody gets to pick what they find attractive and appealing. And I will tell you something, and along those lines. Hey, Ruben, welcome back. Here's the interesting thing about that. Years and years ago, when I first turned pro, 1995, okay, I earned my pro card as a lightweight bodybuilder at the Nationals competition in New Orleans. It's an amazing night. I weighed about to be a lightweight, I think I weighed like 116 pounds soaking wet. I was ripped. I was hard and ripped, and I won the lightweight class. As soon as I turned pro, there were no classes in the pro division. So I went from being in the lightweight class my entire amateur career to now being qualified to compete on the pro stage for the IFBB, which was a dream come true for me, and I worked really hard for it. When I got to looking at where I would make my pro debut as an amateur, as a new pro, I had a conversation with a pro lightweight winner from the year before. Her name was Michelle Ralabate. For some hardcore fans in here, you're going to know who Michelle Ralabate is. She's an incredible gymnast, incredible athlete, petite, just like me, won lightweight nationals the year before, was competing in the pro ranks the year before I got there. And the year I turned pro, she quit professional bodybuilding, and I was shocked. And I reached out to Michelle and I thought, you just got to the pro ranks. You just accomplished this hard-earned qualification. Why are you quitting now? And she told me that she felt she was good. She said she felt too small to compete on the pro ranks because there was no longer class or divisions. It was all one class. So if you were, you know, like me, just under 5'2", I'm like 5'1.5", I'm petite, small bones, good muscle bellies, what have you, you're still standing next to a woman who's 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", and so on. A woman who has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds more muscle than you are. That was what I had to contend with when I reached the pro ranks. I had to decide, whoa, am I going to get on stage next to these big women? They're just structurally bigger than I am. Am I going to be able to compete? Or am I going to just get blown out of the water and off the stage? And for a split second, I remember, so the hardcore fans know who Michelle Ralabate is, and there are others just like her and just like me. For a split second, I thought, well, is this worth my time? I want to compete. I want to be competitive. I want to win. There's so much work that goes into this, so much deprivation. Well, I don't want to get on stage and lose immediately because I'm not physically big enough to compete. Just do the best you can. Thank you. Thank you, Troy. And here's what I learned. It was such a valuable lesson. And it was delivered to me by one of the photographers in the sport back then. It was a very great friend and a mentor. I learned that I had to do what I could, represent myself the best I possibly could, regardless of what my competition was doing. I just had to be excellent as best I could, and I had to give the judges an alternative to the other bodies. I had to give them a choice. I couldn't back away from the stage because I felt like I might not be big enough. I had to present what I had to offer, and winning became secondary to presenting the package that I could present in my very best, and to be able to perform in the sport that I loved. And it was the best advice I ever got. And I continued to compete, didn't worry about the fact that there are bigger bodies, that some judges liked bigger bodies, some judges liked smaller. I didn't worry about that. It's not in my hands. What I focused more on were the incredible fans of women's bodybuilding. I focused on you guys, the fans, and it was the best thing I ever did. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. So that's the answer about the bodies being too big or too small. I think you gotta love what you do and do it. You know what I mean? If you love it, do it. You know, I bet you that boxers, mixed martial artists, hockey players, like every single sport, right? There are certain sports that you're like built for. It's better that you know, your body's built for it. You're gonna excel because like maybe to be an NBA player, you have to be really tall. I get it. But who are the shortest NBA players that were still successful pros? Those are the people that I'm curious about, right? Like, who are the shortest NBA basketball players in the pros who are still very successful? I want to know who those people are because that represents, I think, a portion of the population that is still relevant. That makes sense? Okay, I'm on my soapbox, sorry. I get on a soapbox. Flex my, There's a little bicep, tricep flex. So, anyway, I brought sex appeal to the sport. Thank you for saying that. I came up looking at every single bodybuilder that I could ever get my hands on in a magazine, and I saw a ton of sex appeal in women's bodybuilding. To me, it was beautiful. Starting with Rachel McClish, for anybody who's been around since like the beginning, okay? Rachel McClish, Corey Everson, Susan Kaminga, Sharon Bruneau, Linda Murray. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And I'm not talking about just the smaller bodybuilders. Carla Dunlap. I saw a ton of sex appeal. Anya Langer, thank you. That's another one. I mean, I can go on and on and on. To me, the physical prowess, these athletic bodies were just packed with sex appeal. That's power. You know, power is sexy. You know? I don't know. That's just my taste, though. It's not everybody's taste. It doesn't have to be. So in bodybuilding, Lee Priest is short and he's still involved. Yeah, I mean, these are still, they call people like us the giant killers. I love that. Anyway, or Mighty Mouse or something like that. But anyway, you just have to take what you got, right? From mom and dad and whatever power you believe in, and you gotta work with it, and you gotta make the most of it, and you gotta rock it, and you gotta be thankful for it. That's it. That's all you can do. And then, if you're lucky like I am, you find and tap into incredible fans, people who champion what you do, who see your work, they see the results, and they champion you, and that's who you are. You have championed my career, and I am so grateful for that. Like, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. I'm so grateful, and I want to thank you all for just for being there and supporting and encouraging and championing what I do, and I cannot tell you. This is a perfect opportunity to thank you for that, and for all the other athletes. You just don't know who you inspire and how you affect people, because it's hard work. It's really, really hard work. Yeah, and it's crazy hard work. It's crazy hard work. And you know, I said to somebody many years ago when I was still an amateur bodybuilder, and I think I had just turned pro, I won my pro card, and the person said to me, congratulations, and my response was, I'm very lucky. I feel very lucky. And the person, who was just a business person, he said to me, you're lucky? He said, let me tell you something, you work really fucking hard at being lucky. You work really fucking hard at being lucky. And so I think that's kind of what luck is. Luck is this combination of hard work and opportunity meeting. You know, that's what luck is. You got to work hard for luck. So thank you for that, Ruben. You're so right about that, and you know that because you're an athlete, and you're teaching people now, which is amazing. It's so good to teach people and to watch people just get elevated. Oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you for saying that, Ruben. I would love to meet your daughter. Paula Suzuki still probably has a back like a cobra. She's the sweetest person in the world, too. I need a moderator for the spammers. Okay, thank you for that. So, I still don't know what I'm doing with the whole YouTube channel thing. I'm learning the ropes. So, school me. If there are things that I need to know, please let me know. Thank you for that little note on the bots. Rex, thank you again. Thank you so much for your support. Brenda Ragano. Oh my God, you bring your Brenda Ragano. Yes. It pleases me so much to hear the names of the women who motivated me, and I know have motivated scores of other women. Thank you for reminding me of the ladies who came before me and who I stepped on the stage with. Oh my God, yeah, that's an amazing picture. So now I got somebody here showing me pictures. I was with Brenda on stage. That's the Miss International. It really pleases me. And so I just want to thank you all for Maria Latonen. Of course, I competed with Maria. So here's the thing. I can't help but be excited about women's bodybuilding and the women's category being back. I can't help but love it, be happy about it. I know what bodybuilding for women has done for me. I know how it has affected I think I know how it has affected my life. The people that I've met from around the world, I talked to people from Germany and the Middle East and all over Europe and Russia. And I have talked to people from all over the world because of my sport, and I wouldn't change that for anything. I wouldn't change that for anything. So the fact that women's bodybuilding, the women's category is back, I think is a good thing. You don't have to like the physique of every single athlete, but you should respect the work because, man, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. And you know me and my soapboxes. Who are the athletes that I train to become professional competitors? Let's make it happen. Absolutely, Ruben. Absolutely. I have not trained any athletes to become, I've not been a trainer to any of the pro athletes that you know now. My former trainer, Robert Masino, has trained several athletes. He is really good at training with women who have become pro over the course of the last several years. And he is fantastic. He's a fantastic trainer, still does training consulting. He's amazing. What I do is I have worked with several women athletes on posing, stage presentation, and taught posing. And that's what I love to do because to me, bodybuilding is a performing art. It's a creative sport. So I work with athletes to teach them how to present their bodies, how to pose, and how to enjoy the process of competition. Because getting on stage is nerve-wracking. And I believe that you have to start with fun. And so I've coached a lot of people on stage presentation and posing. And you know what? I will also share photos and information on the posing coaching that I've done with the women because they're incredible. Amanda Machado is one of those people, and she's an incredible athlete. So to answer your question. Thank you, Rohit. Agreed, Andy. I'm so with you. Jack, I am hoping that things work out so that the Olympia in December works. And I'll tell you, looking forward to the Olympia in December, fingers crossed. And then the Arnold Sports Festival again in the following March. We didn't get to do that this year, and I'm really hoping that we do. But I will post on that. If it looks like that's going to happen, and if it looks like I'm going to be there, I will share that. You could believe it, because I'm not going to be able to withhold my excitement for that, for sure. No, Rex, I don't know. Huh. I'm not sure I know who Flores is. That's the other thing about bodybuilding, is that it doesn't matter how old you are, you can start. And even if you have injuries or you have limitations, you can still strength train. It is really essential for a good life. I'll never back down from that. And I know people who incredible athletes, wheelchair athletes who compete. And it's just, I can't recommend it enough. But of course, that's my thing. So I share it because I think it's good for everybody. I got my mom lifting weights. Like my mom could wear this t-shirt. Okay, so I have taken up enough of your time. Thank you so much for being my friends, for hanging out with me, for giving me your time, for talking to me, for taking me down memory lane, for reminding me about why I love my sport so much. I cannot thank you enough. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for keeping me up. You know what I'm going to say? Stay pumped. I know things get hard, things get complicated, things get tricky. I'm looking forward to being right back where I was with my videos and my live broadcasts and getting my gym show. I'm going to do a video. You could see my crazy situation with my home gym. And you're going to be able to see the before and after. Wish me luck. Hammer in one hand, dumbbell in a hammer, and a dumbbell in the other hand. Hi, Robert. Thank you. Have a great weekend. And more videos coming, some more of my adventures with the incredible people that I've met. And until we meet again, stay pumped. Stay pumped. Thank you so much, Rex. Thank you so much.